Yo, how's it going everyone? We are back. Second time today, after the early stream this morning. We're going to do some world tournament grinding. I'm just going to retweet my thing here. So we can get that closed. Nick the Featured, how's it going? How is everybody doing today? Have you guys started your world tournament grinds yet? I'm going to get Elden Ring today. Nice, nice. The world tournament is real. Indeed, it is. Anto, Weaver Class, how's it going? But yeah, since I mentioned it in some of the earlier videos and stuff, but as there's it was very short notice for the world tournament, and I know we're right in the middle of the anniversary. People were saving up for the part 2 banners, so I thought no big subathon event thing for this weekend. It's but we do want to get a bit of world tournament grinding in there, so definitely happy to do a bit of world tournament streaming. I don't like playing the world tournament off stream in general anyway, so it's one of those things where it does help me out with having some time to do some of the grind, because otherwise I'll just be like half-heartedly playing it while doing other stuff like watching TV or whatever, so I won't really be paying attention. It'll take me ages to do like one full run, so it's not really the proper grind, and I do want to at least get the bare minimum, get all the missions done and all that stuff. I imagine this will probably be the lowest placed world tournament that I finish in for the for quite some time, because we've done the events for the last couple anyway, so I've finished in a somewhat high, at least like top 2,000 pretty much, but I very much imagine that this is not gonna happen this time. Everyone, how you doing? Wish the world tournament would be revamped. Yup. Alright, sorry to hear that, Raldo. Hopefully everything is okay. Can you tell... Wait, can you tell you tell... I don't know if part of that sentence has come out wrong. Yeah, there you go, it's gone now. I was very confused for a second there. But yeah, so we've got no timer today. I do normally during the World Tournament event give out some free memberships as well. So maybe if we do get a couple of members or something during this stream, I'll be happy to give out some free ones as well. But we'll see how it goes. I'll be doing some World Tournament streams across the weekend, just not as much as if we were doing the big event. Can you tell them I said meow? They'll know what it means. Oh, I don't know. He's looking at me like I said something wrong. What did you just make me say? What's the newest world tournament to look out unit to look out for? There aren't any new ones at the moment, but the easy A's for this time are pretty good. The AGL Vegito is good. The Int Gohan's pretty decent. The TN is technically good, but just not really on... Like, he's only really on Dragon Ball Saga, which is awkward. Brainbuster. Okay, shout out to Raudo for the 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate you, my dude. Didn't have to do that. Aiming for the 1 billion point stream. Damn. Baba Yaga, one of the top ranked players in the World Tournaments. We've had quite a few people over the course of these, like when I've done the big World Tournament stream events, obviously been live for quite a long time, so there's more likelihood of people being able to come in before it finishes, but we've had a few of the people who are like the top 3 like regulars popping up in the chat. Baba Yaga, Lotad, where's the other one? I can't remember. Yeah, a few of the people that are usually in the very tippy top of the leaderboard for the World Tournament overall. occasionally popped into the stream. Discord is one. I'm not sure if he was here. The other one is the one that's like, it's not UG something, is it? That's the person that was coming into the Elden Ring streams. I can't remember now. Someone must remember. I know it's not their name in Dokkan either, but they'd popped in a couple of times. But yeah, shout out to Raldo for the 5 memberships. Shout out to Crimson Comet, James the Catboy, Future Masked Nalgon, and Ted Bayham. You guys now have the memberships. You can use the members' emotes and such in the chat. Get the Yeah, what's up, Boomin? Humbler, how's it going? We got Chili re-upping his in-game club membership, 12 months. Hey, you got the gold badge now. You'd love to see that. Third rotation on Brody, now rainbow with a spare dupe. Damn. That is some pretty good luck overall right there. Can't remember how many rotations I did. Was it 3 or 4? Can't remember. Or 5 even. Mostly to get Golden Freezer, but got Broly up to 90%, which is good. But yeah, W for Chili re-upping the membership. W's for Raldo. Let me get this actually updated before I forget. Okay. Oh yeah, was it? There was something I saw James say before. Yeah, LR Kid Gohan has an AoE as the unit super. If you get the 18 key super with either Goku or Piccolo on the rotation. Actually, it's not just Goku, is it? On the Universe 6 team, she can be solid. Yeah, the Int Caulifla could be decent because it's another Caulifla, so that the other Kale characters have a Caulifla on rotation with them. So Brainbuster. Hey, shout out to Chili for gifting a membership as well. Re-upping his membership and gifting a membership to someone else. Shout out to Return of Skirk for receiving the membership as well. It puts us up to 299. I think everyone should get new units at least to 69%. I mean, ideally, when new units come out, especially ones that are good, I want to try and get them to 79%, but it all just depends on the luck. Because, you know, you don't want to go super deep on, like, every banner. Breaking 300 this hour. Well, you know, there's still 51 minutes to go, so... Hey, shout out to Chili. There you go. Getting us to 300. Shout out to Humbler as well. Might break 400. I don't know about that one, but happy to see people who I recognise as well, regulars in the chat, like Humbler, getting the membership there. You'd love to see that. So yeah, that puts us up to 300. Since we did get to 300. I was going to say, I'll go, well, there you go. 400 is the dream. I mean, that would be great, don't get me wrong. Oh, no, the goal is not 4,400. It double types that, but Could you imagine one day 4,400 members? That'd be insane. I can't remember how many we actually need to get the new emote because it's been so long. I think it's because we eventually at one point during one of the really big summon weekend World Tournament weekends, we got up to like 600, and so we got so many emote slots unlocked. I don't think we get the next one until we get to like 700. I think it was either 700 or 650. So that's obviously going to be probably not something that we get to anytime soon, but definitely a nice long-term goal for sure. Yeah, 600 is the highest it's ever gotten to, and I think once you get to that point, you don't get another slot unlocked until you get another 100 each time, because after we got to 500, we didn't get the next one until we got to 600. So... Brain bless, yeah. Doesn't hurt to have faith. Oh yeah, you know, it's one of those things. I'm sure we could get there one day. But so shout out to Raldo. Shout out to Chili as well for the extra gifted there to get us to 300. Raldo with the 5. Shout out to Baba Yaga, It's Carter, Noble, SSG Shallot, and Jeff O. So you guys now have the emotes available to you as well. We went to Baba Yaga. There you go. One of the top World Tournament grinders is now a member of the Ningen Club as well. You love to see it. Just my headphones are quiet, or is this MSD quieter than the other ones? I don't know. I'm going to get my thing up here. I really wish, out of all the things that it gives you on your dashboard on here for the stream, why is one of the things not the link to your own stream? Like, also, why is the Nightbot not posting anything in Discord? Actually, I suppose the first one is only 15. I think it's like 15 minutes, which we actually haven't been live for 15 minutes yet. Let me just make... Oh, there you go. Literally, as I said it. Yeah, the Brainbuster thing is a bit loud, but we do like to celebrate. I don't know, I do want to see the Deadpool and Wolverine thing. It's crazy that it's after all that time, like, of you know, Hugh Jackman hanging up the role of Wolverine, and then because obviously Deadpool was like a big passion project for Ryan Reynolds, always wanted to play Deadpool in a proper Deadpool movie, and by the time he finally managed to do it, Hugh Jackman had quit being Wolverine, and he really wanted him to come back and be Wolverine, and then after all of those years, like, he finally actually made it happen. So it's pretty crazy. Show your World Tournament team. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Hugh Jackman, like, it's one of those, every now and then you get one of those perfect, like, castings for characters. Like, Robert Downey Jr. is Tony Stark. Like, and yeah, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine is just great. Even in, like, X-Men Origins, which is an absolutely terrible movie, but Hugh Jackman as Wolverine is great. Even in that movie, I think it surprised a lot of people, because some people were disappointed when he got picked as the character, but Liev Schreiber as Sabretooth in X-Men Origins, I thought it was actually pretty good. But most of the rest of that movie is terrible. A soul-crushing thing to see on a beautiful... Oh, yeah, the World Tournament, yep. But yeah, so this is the team that we're running. I know Lotad posted a thing about, I think Raldo retweeted it, about the explanation behind why this is the best team. Although he uses STR Future Gohan, and I've got STR Kid Gohan, but it follows the same principle. It's just because it's an LR with really high HP. But this Gohan has more HP than Future Gohan, so I feel like in theory it's following the same principle, but even more so, right? But yeah, I started doing a couple of runs. I think I started literally about half an hour before the stream, so I've only got a couple of wins done so far. Ideally, I just want to get all the missions done. Yeah, basically characters that are LRs that have AoE attacks is what you want, because you ideally, to get through the World Tournament as quickly as possible, to beat all the missions and get as many points as you can out of the time you want to spend playing it, you want to try and get through the fights as quickly as possible. So having characters that do AoE supers is good, because then they just kill the entire enemy team in one go. So mode is a test of endurance. That's one way of looking at it. Yeah, free to play LR Krillin is decent as well. Right. Let's get the second channel pinned in here as well. When this will actually load, there we go. I mean, it depends where you want to get to. If you just want to beat all the missions and stuff, it will take a couple of hours over the whole weekend. If you want to grind for like an actual high ranking to get more rewards at the end, you can essentially play it for like the entire weekend. Now the people who finish in the top like 10 probably play it at least like 20 hours a day. Or like 18 maybe, I don't know. Some of them don't get a lot of sleep basically. But that's if you want to finish in like, you know, the very top of the rankings, which I know not a lot of people don't really care about all that much, but bring a top 7k, I fell asleep, oh no. Just want potential orbs. I mean, yeah, it's one of those things. It's just such a like monotonous grind like event. Like playing it for all that time, man. Is this the last World Tournament to get Pilaf? I think there might be one more. I can't remember, because JP doesn't have a new World Tournament reward yet, right? Because this is the same as the last World Tournament that JP had. I think they make it so that even if you only get one copy every World Tournament, it's still enough to rainbow them. And I need a final copy to rainbow mine. But I did finish first in the local at one point, so I have an extra copy that some people might not have. So yeah, I saw that this morning actually. Someone was saying about it, the Diamond trailer thing. You haven't had Pilaf for a year yet. Yeah, I think there's at least one more tournament where Pilaf will be available as the reward. But yeah, make sure you guys hit that like button. We're about half and half for people in the stream and likes on the stream. Demon King Piccolo will be the next World Tournament LR EZA. Because it was Yamcha and Poir, but they only got it with the last World Tournament, so be probably a couple more World Tournaments to go before Demon King Piccolo gets his EZA. Yo, Paloa, how's it going? On the Twitch side. Alright, so prelims, we always want to make sure we grab a Piccolo Junior, so we can get through faster. For the other stages, we don't mind as much having the other friends. Hit rank 999, nice. Yeah, Demon King Piccolo like has the potential to be ridiculously good with his EZA. But yeah, even on release, like, he was decent, but just didn't really have a team. Like, DB Saga is a team that's just kind of dead at the moment. Yeah, the auto clicker thing takes a bit of like getting used to, but if you like once you've played around with it a little bit, you can kind of figure out what you're doing. Because like I made that video after I first set mine up, but I had to figure it all out by myself. But kind of, you have to just think about like the steps that you take when you are doing the thing, and then just program in each of those steps, and then usually it works out okay. Well, it's just more so the problem, especially with like Dragon Ball Saga characters, like. Yeah, I've had a lot of people say that the I haven't sped them up for some reason. That every character that has an AOE, for some reason, has different like timing on the thing where it hits all the enemies, and that STR Piccolo has one of the fastest ones in the game. His is like super fast. So if you have to do an AOE, like if you don't have Demon King, if you don't have Piccolo Jr. on rotation, and you actually have to do an AOE attack with one of your characters, the STR Piccolo is the best one to do it with. Because not only does he get guaranteed crits, which means you do more damage, so you get more points, but yeah, his animation is really fast. Yeah, I think I have had some people say that the one that I originally made the video about doesn't work properly anymore. But I mean, it still works okay for me, but that's obviously because I already have it like installed and everything, but... Should have a Ghost Dash already, rather than just those two. The new Tenenbaum celebration stages. Well, isn't it like the Goku and Frieza? You can't actually do damage to them unless you do 10 million damage, which means like no one on the Heroes team, except maybe Limit Breaker Vegito if he gets a crit, can even do that much damage. Yeah, auto clicker, what's that? An iPhone user. Heroes versus Red Zone Zamasu is good for when, like, once the Limit Breaker Vegito came out, then it was doable. But yeah, if you leave it running on the auto clicker for ages, it will make your phone get quite hot. But did you have to set up for all conditions need to be met or only one? I don't remember that being a thing. Should just be the one, I think. Physical Super Saiyan 4. Yeah, I mean he's okay after he's super attacked, but if he gets supered or even from the AoEs, well, the first phase is in, so it's not too bad. But no, I haven't watched that yet. MJF versus Osprey. I really want to, but. Yeah, I never leave mine on like overnight or anything. But... I haven't been climbing for ages, really. I was so busy getting everything all sorted and getting into my routines and that after I moved. But there is a place that's like not super far from here, but I just haven't like gone to check it out or anything yet. Match of the year contender, really? I was really interested when I saw that they were going to be fighting each other, because obviously MJF is one of those people where, not to say that he's not good, but a lot of his matches are more about psychology and like very sort of basic moves, but like more of like the storytelling kind of like sort of thing, whereas obviously Ospreay is crazy and all over the place. So like the two of them versus each other, I wasn't sure how that would play out, but I've heard a lot of people say that it's really good. Stone check for Beast. Where am I even at now? 684. I still have like almost all the sale packs from part 1 to pick up potentially if I want to. And then the sale packs for part 2 that will come out when the part 2 banners come out. But there's a make sure you check if you're on Android, check that Play Store thing, because there's a bonus points that you can activate, and it only lasts for a couple of days, but you don't have to activate it for a few days. So basically if you wait, if you check it out and you can see it there, I don't know if it's only available to like certain level members or anything like that, probably not, but check it if you're on Google, because if you can activate it, you save it for like a day or two before, whenever it is you have to activate it by. Save it for like when the part 2 stuff is about to come out, because it's like 4 times play points or whatever, because then yeah, you can then get the sale packs or any ticket packs or anything like that you want to get, and you'll get 4 times the points. So I'm going to save mine. I get paid on the 23rd, so that means I can activate mine, potentially get a couple of the part 1 packs that I want to pick up, and then the part 2 banners should be out on the 25th, so the new stuff, the new sales will get added, and the new ticket packs and stuff, and then that boost, 4 times boost thing will still be active, so should work out quite nicely. You have to be a Play Pass member. I'm not sure what that is, so I'm assuming no, because I don't think I am. So, unless you just get that for free as part of like, because mine is, I've got the whatever the highest level is, diamond or platinum, whatever it is. No, I don't think you do. No. Yeah, for the auto thing, you want it to be like, if it detects that the auto button is greyed out, then it presses it. And then you can leave like a delay or something, because yeah, if you don't have a delay, it will try pressing it again straight away. But yeah, make sure you guys check out the second channel. I'm going to be putting some posts in the Discord soon, because we probably won't do any, like, start any new games until next week now, at this point. But we're going to be starting something else on the second channel. Shout out to everyone that came out to the Elden Ring stream last night. I finally managed to defeat the last boss. It took me the entire stream, plus a couple of bonus tries in extra time, so it was like 2 hours and 15 minutes or something of non-stop attempts, and I finally beat the last boss. which I will get posted on the second channel a bit later on. I downloaded the stream before I started doing this, so I'll have to edit it after the stream, but I was there. Yeah, shout out to everyone that was there. It was great. I was getting so like cheesed off at certain points, and then yeah, couple more, like one more try, because like, you know, it doesn't count if you do one more try and you go in and you die like immediately. That doesn't count. So I had a couple more one more tries, and then yeah, it all came together on the last one. So I slowly but surely got the hang of the first phase with dodging most of the stuff at the right time, but I absolutely was not getting the hang of the second phase and all those crazy attacks. It's just an absolute nightmare. But it was cool. I want to load it up at some point, like off stream. Go to that place we marked on the map where you can duplicate the remembrance things and then make both of the Radahn swords and try those out dual wielding them, because they both have different special attacks and they're designed to be dual wielded. So I kind of want to check those out at some point. Plus, now that I have like finished it, I might look up some stuff and see like if there is anything major that I missed. Yeah, the play points thing should just come up in like the thing. I was going to say I could bring it up on mine, but I don't know if it's going to show any personal information. So let me put the screen blocker up quickly. Because I don't think it has my name on it or anything, but yeah. So like when you open up the Play Store thing, it should just look like this. Oh, it's cutting off the top of the screen, but you can click on like your profile face and then it's got play points. So like mine's diamond level, and you click on that, and then this is the thing. So it's 3 times boost for 5 days, and you can where does it say when you can start it by? Start by 24th of July. So I'm going to start mine on the 23rd because that's when I get paid. So, and then yeah, I can pick up a couple of these part 1 packs, and then when they reset, when the new banner comes out, the bonus will still be active, and then boom. That isn't showing. That's weird. Because yeah, the play points thing is great because you get points back for like the money that you spend. So obviously for me, being a creator, like buying stones, every now and then I just get money off stones, which is cool. SSR ticket gave me a Mr. Boo dupe. Nice, nice. Right, we're 2 likes away from 50 on the stream. We got a few new members during the stream. We get those 2 likes and get to 50, I will give out a couple of gifted memberships as well here. All my playing points come from the monthly. Yeah, there's the thing with like every Friday you get a bonus, which actually I didn't do today's one. Because this is how I got my new keyboard. I like won a keyboard on it, which is pretty crazy. Oh, 33 points. I mean, that's the equivalent of spending $33. So, because every time you get up to like 500 points, you can get a $5 like voucher thing, which, you know, all helps towards buying stones. Yeah, there's sometimes like you get like 3 points or something, but then yeah, when you get the And there you go. So yeah, there you go. A couple of gifted memberships here. Vegna, Young Yeez, Edge Dancer, Savian Beckford, and DJ Amp. You guys now have memberships to the channel, so you can check out the emotes. Yeah, this is really nice. Got a lychee flavoured, like ice slushy type drink thing. It's really nice. Mr. Multi-Summon here, mega nice. 6 points, oof. Yeah, single digits points is annoying. Basically, if someone becomes a channel member, you can either become a channel member yourself or you can gift channel memberships. It's a way of helping to support the channel, because obviously it's like a super chat or a donation, like it's a financial contribution because you have to pay for them. But then if you are a channel member, it means you get your name highlighted in the chat. You can see people there with the green names. They also have the Timebreaker mask badge next to their name. The longer you are a member, the different colour badges you get. So you can see a whole array in the chat. You start off with a white badge, green is for 6 months, gold is for a year, diamond is for 2 years. And then there's a couple of extra perks as well. Sometimes there'll be members only posts that go up, especially for things like if I'm clearing out my friends list, I remove people, like every now and then I check it and I remove people that haven't been playing it recently or have, like, you know, bad units set as their friend or whatever. And then I'll make a post that's for members only to see, to post their friend codes and then add some people to my friends list. There's also a members only area in the Discord as well. So if you want to go ahead and join the Discord, obviously everybody is welcome to join the Discord. I'll get the link up there in the chat. But join the Discord. There's a tutorial in there if you haven't done it already and you don't know how to do it. But you can link your Discord and your YouTube accounts together. And if you do that, and you're a channel member, then in the Discord server you get the channel member role, and there is an extra members only room, part of the Discord that you can only see and comment in if you are a channel member. So, but yeah, everyone should join the Discord. Yeah, we got commands on stream now. Nightbot will post some every now and then as well, but we got one for the Discord link if people want to see the Discord. There's one for links, for checking out things like all my link tree for all my various different things. TikTok, because I do have a TikTok now. I need to remember to post more things on there. I'm going to post that Radon, because you can post longer videos on there than just like YouTube shorts. So I'm going to post the Radon boss fight over there probably later as well as getting it up on the second channel. Discord is in my local. Oh, well, there you go. One of the guys who's usually either number 1 or at least in like the top 3 is in your local. That's GG, unfortunately. Yeah, that is good. Rip number 1 dream. That's right, you already got your Pilaf rainbowed already, so I have no sympathy for you. I'm out here still trying to get my last copy to get him rainbowed, and you're collecting extra copies for the TUR. Discord is the name of someone who usually is the top of, like... So there's a couple of people that are pretty much always in, like, the top 3 overall for the World Tournament, and he's one of them. It's like Lotad was in here a few like World Tournaments back and was telling us that, like, I think it was the New Year one, but basically like Discord had decided not to play. Well, no, it was Tripsy, who was another person who was very often getting #1. Tripsy had decided not to play, so Lotad was like, right, now is my time, and just went all out and got #1 in that one, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Jose, how's it going? Yeah, the grind is going decently well. Yeah, every now and then I look at like the top, because when people talk about it, some of them pop into the stream as well. But trying to rainbow the TUR. Yeah, it's not actually Discord, it's just mega nice trolling. I'd believe it. I just need to finish. I mean, you only have to finish in the top 150 in your local to get a copy of Pilaf, so it's not exactly difficult, but like I've only been playing it for just over an hour and I'm at 40 something. He does love trolling, that is true. But yeah, World Tournament during the anniversary, eh? Not something that happens every year, is it? God, that was awful. I'm just going to use all the items. We go into archaeology posts, editing runes, etc. with rune typeface and put you lost the game and ask for translations. That is kind of funny. Last World Tournament was delayed, they still need to get... Yeah, exactly, because now we're at the point where we're on the same World Tournament. Depending how long JP is going to wait or wants to have their... Like, have JP wait. We could end up getting the next World Tournament, like, at the same time. Should be kind of crazy. And then we'll find out what they're going to do finally with the World Tournament once the sync happens. That, like, are we going to have... Is R1 going to be a day longer? Or are they going to make R1 a day shorter? Or are they going to make JP1 a day longer? So that they're both the same. Like... Did we get a World Tournament during the Worldwide celebration? Have we? That may have happened before. I'm trying to remember. I mean, Trico's okay. It's definitely not the best unit for the World Tournament, but... Oh boy. I mean, pretty much at this point, the best unit for the World Tournament is just Piccolo Jr. Because you don't even need to attack. You just swipe up on the screen and you kill everybody. Yeah, make it like JP, 100%. A day shorter, that would be great. But yeah, his animation is quite long as well, that's true. Once stamina is out, now I don't grind World Tournament because I ain't wasting stones during the anniversary time. I mean, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I've got a few meat items left over. Normally I just use them as I get them, but we've been getting a few during the anniversary itself, so I do still have quite a few. But that's the thing, because I have so much stamina on my account, I can do so many runs before I have to reset. So even if I do grind like pretty hard, I still end up with more stones than I started with at the end, even with refreshing my stamina a whole bunch of times. But yeah, it's definitely very warm. So I've got multiple like fans and stuff on in here, because it is very warm over here at the moment. In fact, I don't know how noticeably loud it is if I actually put this other one on. You guys will have to tell me if that's annoying. Love being 999. Yeah, exactly. With so much stamina, I've got all the stamina upgrade like items as well. So 42. $120 win streak. Nice, nice. Damn, that is there's a lot of wins considering the tournament's been on for what? It started at 7:30. So just over 8.25 hours, I guess. It's too much. Full disclosure, Global will never have the Tanabata banner before sync. I mean, I don't think it's going to be before the sync, no. I think it's going to be at some point afterwards. They're just going to fit it in between two other celebrations or something. No, no one knows when Cellmax is coming to Global just yet. It hasn't been officially announced. So, unfortunately, we don't know. Hopefully sooner rather than later, though, because he is a great unit. Definitely want him for the Super Bosses team. Tanabata is going to come during the Super Dragon Ball Heroes celebration. I mean, because yeah, last year we got it. Was it after or before? I think it was before. Because usually it's either before or after Heroes, but sometime in November, regardless. But yeah, Cellmax coming out is going to be cool because obviously as a yellow coin LR, his banner has the pity coin system. So as long as you do enough summons, you're guaranteed to get him. Hope Cellmax comes out, yeah. I mean, usually after part 1 of the 10 of Arts celebration. Well, plus they normally do that annoying thing where they split up the thing, where part 1 comes out and then part 2 doesn't come out until next year sometime, which is annoying. I don't want a full power Frieza friend. Yeah, Berserker's such a terrible link. The fact that even at level 10 it's only active when you're on low HP, so it's just garbage. That's what tournament banners are summon on, is the one with the specific World Tournament only characters, because the other characters are just characters that are in the general SSR pool, and you can get them from any banner, whereas the World Tournament cards, you can only get them from the World Tournament banner, so... I mean, buy Mr. Boo copy on the next World Tournament. I think so. Yeah, I still use that auto clicker, the one that I did the video about. I still use that one even to this day. Yeah, World Tournament not counting for the daily missions is really annoying. Especially if you like run out of stamina doing World Tournament runs, and then it's like, oh, now I can't do my dailies until I actually get more stamina back. Big berserk bosses. How do I rainbow Mr. Boo? The only way to rainbow him now, because you could get 2 copies of him during the last World Tournament, the only way to get extra copies of him now is to summon on that World Tournament cards banner. So much time left for my dailies during the anniversary. Yeah, there's so much stuff going on. Make sure you guys have got your extra SA5 copy of Beerus and Frieza farmed up as well, ready for when they get their easy A's. I imagine for most people, of course, though, that will now be waiting until after the anniversary, which is fair. After the World Tournament. I used to add meat to the barber shop when the World Tournament started. I actually don't even remember that. My 3 SA5. Oh yeah, didn't you make? You've made like 3 copies of the LR, all with different builds. Yeah, never use Kais for free-to-play units, because you can farm the extra copies and you're then saving your Kais for premium units that you can't farm the super attacks for. Mr. Goat, yeah, Mr. Boo, very good. Alright, we're getting some more tickets here. Gogeta's banner, I mean, it's not the best, that's definitely for sure. The Gamma's banner is so much better than Gogeta's banner. Yes, you have to farm the extra copies up to an LR as well, yeah. So you want an extra SA5 copy of Beerus, but you have to awaken him all the way up to LR. Otherwise it won't be 100% chance that it puts up the super attack. So you don't want to do all that farming to get the extra cards, make an SA5 copy, train them into your unit, and then it doesn't work, and then their SA doesn't go up. So to make it guaranteed, you have to awaken them up to the same level. So for the Frieza, you have to awaken the spare SA5 copy into a TUR as well. Beerus and Frieza get a stage added to their events for skill orbs just for themselves. I completely forgot about that. Well, in theory, you need 3 LRs because you want to make an SA10 second copy so that you can feed him into your main first one so that you get SA20 without having to use any Kais. Don't listen to Mega Nice with that terrible trolling. Let's go get some of these rewards, shall we? 8 wins in a row. Look at that. Hello? Oh, actually, yeah, that's a good point. The LR has a different name, so you wouldn't be able to do that anyway. That is true. Okay. What was the thing I was coming to check? Oh yeah, the ticket thing. Trees are even worth the grind though. I mean, not really, but if you've got nothing else to do with your stamina. But yeah, this is the banner you want to use your World Tournament tickets on. All of these units are in the general pool, so whereas these units you can only get them from here. Also like TN, these guys you can only get from here, the World Tournament characters that have awakenings as well. Plus, yeah, you do need to get the free-to-play anniversary characters fully leveled up and easy aid and all of that stuff so you can get all of the tickets for that 77 summon at the end of the anniversary as well. Okay. Did you think that the banner wanted me to get Ink Caulifla dupes by any chance? I kind of wanted at least one Kale. Yeah, no, apparently not. Can we get a copy of Kale though? That's the important question. D-Sword Gohan, he's terrible. Hey, Mr. Boo. Don't need you though. Kid Vegeta. Gel Cooler. And Kid Vegeta again. Oh, Kale. I think. That Trunks carrying mine. That means we're going to end up with one of the LRs, which we don't need. Hey, Prof, how's it going? And we get the anniversary special God animation as well. Tech Go Tanks. Goku Black. Pan. 18. LR Mercenary Tau. There we go, there's Kale. Alright, so let's check the hidden potential now. Wait. Oh. And that was me thinking I didn't actually have them. Oh. That's weird. I thought I was missing because I remember when they were the World Tournament where they were the reward. I didn't play it that much. There is a farmable Kale and Caulifla though, isn't there? So... So wait, if this one's rainbow. Yeah, so typical. I needed the I needed multiple copies of Caulifla, not multiple copies of Kale. Typical. For Mr. Boo. Mr. Boo's SSR is an all types lead. Okay. That's not bad then. Yeah, I'll have to farm the extra copies after the stream. Shen is okay. Definitely not worth going crazy or summoning on that DB Saga banner. I mean, you get those tickets and that's all you use them for, so it's not like you've got anything else you need to do with them. I'm going to change the team here and see if we get any noticeable difference. One second, boys. I just noticed in the camera that my PlayStation is on the floor, and that's because Sif is laying in the like shelf underneath. He's just like stretched out and is taking up the entire shelf on that TV unit and has like pushed the PlayStation off the unit onto the floor. Outrageous. Yeah, I'll have to have a look and see if there's any extra stuff that they haven't that I haven't set up on the merch store, because yeah, beanies or like hats would be of some variety would be kind of cool. But yeah, do take a look at the merch store. As always, like if anyone, I always say this, but like if anyone ever gets any merch, do send a picture either like in the Discord or tag me on Twitter, and I'll always like reshare them and everything, because it's always cool when people do pick up the merch. I know Raldo's got some. Let me know if you're in the stream right now and you have some of the merch. We've got the classic Ningen Club logo. We've got the Heroes Agenda one that came out last year. Do I own the Reddit page? Oh, you got a copy of Shen, nice. Wait, what Reddit page? Got me looking now. Got the Heroes Agenda sweater. Hey, let's go, Sokodo. Repping the Heroes Agenda, you love to see it. I've noticed that there is apparently an R Ningen, but that's not... Apparently it's just a page for Dragon Ball memes. This is not actually anything to do with me. Well, there is a page, if you search for it, there's a Mars Ningen versus the Truth DT comment, thread on the Truth Reddit, and there's one on the Dokkan Battle Community Reddit as well. Interesting. Yeah, no, that R Ningen one is apparently just for memes and stuff. I've literally never seen that before. Oh, it's just some weird meme post that somebody made. That's disappointing. I watched the Deadpool Wolverine movie. Someone did ask me that already. I do want to see it. I don't know if I'll go to like the cinema when it comes out or anything, but I do want to see it at some point. But speaking of seeing movies, we will be doing a Dragon Ball superhero watch party in the Discord the night before the banners come out, just like we did with part 1. Well, technically it wasn't the banners, it was when the anniversary officially started, and then we had to wait 2 days for the banners. But we watched the Brody movie in the Discord just before the anniversary officially started, and then we will be doing a watch along for the superhero movie. Once we have 100% confirmation, the banner should be out on Thursday morning, UK time. So that means it'll be Wednesday evening. But obviously I'll post about it in the Discord and stuff like that once we know 100% when it's going to be. But no, we don't talk well. I occasionally will say things, but usually I have my mic muted. But yeah, in the watch party room, nobody else can speak except for me and mods. But there's still a chat up at the side, so people still put like comments and gifs and stuff in there and that while we're watching it. But yeah, people won't be talking over the movie, so you don't have to worry about that. The announcement I put in the Discord is pain is life. Yep, World Tournament. You gotta love it. It's mandatory. My mic was accidentally unmuted. I don't think anyone was playing anything, so I mean, like, I don't remember hearing anything, but the problem is with allowing people to talk is like there's a lot of people in there, so the problem is, you know, people will just be talking over each other and talking over the movie. But yeah, still fun, like interacting in the chat, like on the side and that. But yeah, superhero does indeed have the brainbuster, exactly. I'm sure there'll be plenty of people putting brainbuster in the chat when that bit actually happens. So that's the thing, though. The cinema experience, I've noticed, is very different across like different countries and like communities and stuff. Because like I remember seeing a GIF that somebody posted. I think we were talking about it back in the 5.9 days. It was like during Endgame when Captain America like appears using Thor's hammer against Thanos, and like everyone in the cinema is going crazy and like screaming and like jumping up and down in their seats, like throwing popcorn everywhere and stuff. And like over here, you don't do that. Like you don't make noise during the movie at all. Like no noise. You don't talk. You don't shout. Like you're there to watch the movie. And like if I've paid to go to the cinema to watch a movie, I want to hear like what the characters are saying. Not be able to hear them because the person behind me is screaming because something cool happened like on the screen. Whereas apparently people were saying in the comments it kind of basically turned into like a UK versus US like back and forth, because apparently it's commonplace in the US for that to happen in the cinema, but over here it's considered very rude to make noise during a movie. The only difference was when I went to that advanced screening for the Broly movie. But that's kind of like a special fan event, so you kind of... It's kind of to be expected, I guess. Like, people cheered for, like, the Vegeta God transformation and pretty much all the big transformations, basically. But... Oh yeah, I'm not saying people go crazy all the time, but I mean just like actual like cheering and stuff. Just at all is not common over here. Like basically just dead quiet all the time. Apart from obviously in comedies, like people, you'll hear people laugh, but yeah, exactly. Treat it as a performance. A lot of people need, or like LR Texamasu. I mean, Texamasu is still very good. The only problem with him currently, now that with the Super Bosses team has gotten a bunch of buffs, is that the he doesn't have Broly under his leader skill. So it's like, if you don't pull Broly, you could run Rosé and run a Broly friend. If you didn't pull Rosé, you can run Broly and run a Rosé friend, but you can't run Zamasu as, like, one of the leaders, because he doesn't have Broly under his leader skill, which is annoying. Yeah, that is true. That is the big difference. Is obviously if you're going to the cinemas because the movie's just come out and you've not seen it. Whereas if you're watching a movie with your friends that you've all seen before, then it doesn't matter as much if like people are talking through it and stuff like that. But I mean, the thing is, there's, well, I guess yeah, the 150 extreme, that is true. But I mean, Broly is good enough that he's probably still okay on the 150. But I don't know. I just like, my ape brain likes to see Broly do big numbers, so being on a double 150 lead is not the move. Yeah, in terms of the team that I think is the best Super Bosses team on Global at the moment, Zamasu is on it, but as soon as Cell Max comes out, I would take Zamasu off and put Cell Max on instead. So there's the Brainbuster. And there you go. We'll get to see that in the movie. It's just such a random bit. Like, I loved it when that happened, when I saw it for the first time. Just randomly, while fighting, Gohan just decides to do a Brainbuster on Gamma 1. I was like, what? I have to get the clip of that for the channel for something. And so I did. But yeah, shout out to Sister Dingen for upping her membership. 23 months. So close to 2 years. Yeah. Next month, you get the Diamond Badge. Look at that. Shout out to Daniel Rodriguez for the $2 super chat as well. Do you think Rose comes back with Topo? Maybe. I'm not even sure what they'll do with Topo now, though, on Global, because his celebration has been almost entirely gutted. Like, pretty much all the content from his celebration is out already, which is crazy. So, yeah, he's like looking over and saying something to Piccolo while brainbustering Gamma 1. It's great. It's so random, but I love it. We've talked about this many times before when this topic comes up pretty much every time, but I do love it when random wrestling moves make it into like movies. Because the example that I know I've mentioned before is it's either Blade or Blade 2, where he's fighting a bunch of guys at the end and an area that has like glass panels on the floor, and like the last guy that's left after like punching and kicking and like sword stabbing a bunch of people while they're fighting, he just randomly brainbusters the last guy like through the glass panel on the floor. For some reason. It's just like, I guess because back then obviously it was still in that era when pro wrestling was still, I mean it is still popular, but you know, it's still like meta. But yeah, movies just randomly having wrestling moves in them is always funny. Better be Dispo, Topo and Rose in one banner. I mean, Dispo's the side banner unit for UI Goku though, so... Yeah, Tanabata, they could combine the two, I guess. And I've been blankly flicking the gun. Is that from the bit where they go... That's the bit where they go to his house, isn't it? Yeah, I was going to say, the Rock ones don't really count, because in a lot of the early Rock movies, I feel like he rock-bottomed somebody in, like, every single one of the early movies that he was in. Because it was just, like, a gimmick thing. 195 overall. Damn. In fact, who is actually... We should check and see who is actually at the top. Because usually it's the same group of people, so it'd be interesting to see what the actual order is. Stopping at 10 wins with 10 million points for the time being, going to grind up another 10 wins later tonight. Fair enough. What's my next one going to be? Is it 10? Yeah. Unfortunately, locals are just random collections of people. They're not actually, like, local to you. But, hey, Baba Yaga, who's in the stream, or was in the stream, got gifted a channel membership earlier, is #1 overall by quite a significant amount of points, by the looks of it. And 5 wins overall. Lotad at #2. I don't see Discord. T-Backpack is someone that's finished quite high quite a few times. Cuckoo is that person that was in my local once and then ended up finishing like 6th overall. So obviously I did not get #1 in the local that time. Alright, what about friends? Let's have a look, see who's where. So there's me. I'm still down low because I've not played much. Don't even have 10 wins yet. Yeah, Cuckoo's at 16. DBC, go to. He's a French Dokkan. 23. 23.5. Deathblade is 591. Stoops is 634. Stutch is 98991. So just in the top 1000. Dark FV. Bring her 4,000. Wait, Raudo, have you not been doing it? Oh, yeah, there you go. 12,000. I imagine if by having to look at the names and telling you the ones I don't recognise, I'm going to guess that that one is Toon. Because Toon always changes his name to some weird thing, but... Oh, I'm out of stamina. I feel like this World Tournament is going to be slow. I don't know, this is a weird one. Like, you'd think because it's in the middle of the anniversary, a lot of people wouldn't be bothered with playing it, but... Well, the local is just like a small local group. It's like a selection of people and it puts you all together, but it's not people actually physically local to you. I think most are getting the mission. Well, that's the thing as well. Like, that's why my rank is of no concern to me at the moment, because until you get to the 30 wins and get 30 million points, you're not really finished with the basic set of stuff that you need to do anyway. And then after that, that's when you see people start to like drop off, because people don't want to do more than just the basic missions most of the time. Rank 6, okay, not bad. I mean, I wanted to go for local number 1 this time. Yeah, I didn't look at mine because obviously I'm still quite low down. So that's the thing. There's no point me worrying about my rank and where other people's rank is and stuff compared to me until I've got to that 30 wins, because otherwise I know I'm just still on the way there anyway. Couldn't just change all those blue ones, could you? Yeah, exactly. Once everybody gets past that 30 wins, like 30 million points stage, that's when we'll see how crazy it gets, like in the higher tiers. "13 wins, it feels like I've been here for ages." Well, yeah, I mean, I've only just got to 10, or I'm about to get to 10. I'm definitely not grinding like super quick or anything. That's the thing, like, I know with this World Tournament I'm going to get the last copy I need for the Pilaf gang anyway, so it doesn't really matter whether I get number 1 local or not. As long as I get 1 copy of him, which, like, you only have to be in the top 150 in your local to get 1 copy, so... Piccolo Junior Simulator. At it again. Two extra copies of Gohan. I do like that they added that in for those like winning missions, the fact that you just get extra copies of the Easy A cards, because not only does it help people that need the extra copies of them still, but like if them getting an Easy A means that you need to change their hidden potential slightly, then getting the extra copies so that you can do that for free is quite nice. Part 3 should be on the 31st, I'm not sure. June hasn't friended nor followed me yet. Outrageous. What is he playing at? Oh, my OST. Just hoping I'll get to Rainbow Mr. Boo next World Tournament. Yeah, because the next World Tournament is when it'll be available with the actual, like, in the shop with the signatures. Did you get so much stamina? Your rank, your account rank. So mine's max rank, which is 999, which takes a long time of, like, leveling up to get to. And there's also items you can get from the shop from various different currencies for, like, in-game currencies for, to get extra stamina, like the Kai trial gems and stuff like that. Use meat for the World Tournament or save. I mean, it's good to use it for the World Tournament so that you're not using your stones to refresh your stamina, but it folds. Hey, shout out to Daniel Rodriguez for the $5 super chat. When Truth summoned for Jiren, he thinks they'll just ECA the rest of the heroes units all at once. That'll be wild. Yeah, I mean, if they're going to stop doing the hero celebration completely, then I guess, like, that's the only way they could do the rest of the EZAs, right? Is just do them all at the same time then for the final hero celebration, which would actually be crazy because it means the new units coming out this year would get EZAs, like, straight away. Which also sucks because it means those units would be good for, like, a year, and then, if a year, and then just be irrelevant and then never get EZAs because they're not doing them anymore. And that would suck for us heroes enjoyers. They would just, like, fully drop off completely because we would know that there's no more EZA or anything like that for them coming. So that would actually be very disappointing, but it all depends. Like we said before, we don't know for sure that they're going to stop doing heroes completely. We know they're not doing the arcade game anymore, but the IP itself, like Dragon Ball Heroes, the product, like, still exists. So in theory they can still do crossovers with Dokkan, but especially because of how many characters we're still missing. Yeah, Divers info, obviously that's what's taking over heroes. Certain characters get EZAs based on a certain schedule. Like, they've been doing a thing now where every anniversary for the last couple of years now, they've been EZAing the anniversary characters from, like, a couple of years before. So this year, during this anniversary, the UI Goku and Blue Evolution Vegeta that came out for the 6-year anniversary, they're going to EZA. So in theory, that means next year, well, when it's in 6 months now, technically, with the sync and everything, when the 10th anniversary comes out, that means the 7th anniversary LRs should EZA. I mean, I think Heroes is usually a successful celebration. But yeah, unfortunately, power creep and stuff like that, like, as much as it sucks, is like, that is kind of the point of a gacha game, right? They don't want you to pull a bunch of characters and then you can beat all the content for the next, like, 2 years, because then you'd never spend any money on the game, which is what they want you to do. Power creep is understandable and is just, you know, it is what it is. It's fine as long as it's manageable. Like, if it's like every 2 months, the new events that come out are so hard that you absolutely have to have the brand new character or you can't win, then those kind of games, like if power creep gets that crazy, those kind of games don't last. And obviously PvP gacha games as well are very crazy for that kind of stuff, because if a new character comes out that is like absolutely meta-breakingly crazy, it becomes a case of, if you don't pull that new character, good luck playing PvP and fighting all the people who do have that character. But yeah, Heroes is always a fun celebration. Like, there's a few bits of content. There's always multiple Easy A's. Obviously, multiple new units. They're all uniquely named characters. Like, most of the time, their kits are decent and at least like somewhat fun to use. Obviously, it's kind of a trend that by the time the next anniversary, most difficult content comes out, the Heroes team isn't quite good enough anymore. But for Global, that never used to be an issue because it was so long between the Heroes celebration and the anniversary. Whereas on JP, obviously the Heroes celebration is only like 3 months before the anniversary, if that. Yeah, that would be weird though. Yeah, with the 7-year LRs getting their EZA, like 200. We've never seen what an EZA would look like for a 200% leader yet. I wouldn't be surprised if it is. Let's just make it like 4 key instead of 3, and that's it. A lot of different ideas in the chat. Yeah, higher team cost can give you higher points, which is why people use a lot of LRs. Adding an extra 170 or an extra 30 would be interesting. Especially for some of these earlier characters that had like 2 170s and 130. Whereas now, characters often have like 3 170s and like 2 30% ones. So that would be a cool idea for an Easy A for them, is just add another category. That would be crazy, because that would like, not only would that unit then become really good, it would like completely change their team build potentially. Because the gods are what, like Power Beyond, Super Saiyan and Movie Heroes. Imagine if they added like Realm of Gods. It would like completely change their team builds depending on who you wanted to use, because you'd actually be able to use like UI Goku's on there. Because UI Goku's not on Power Beyond Super Saiyan, or obviously Movie Heroes. Yeah, that would be kind of crazy. Or if they added Accelerated Battle to the Gods and Battle of Fate to the Super Saiyan 4s. I mean, yeah, just that's the thing. If it was another category added, that would be crazy. Wish they didn't EZA both the 3rd and 4th year LRs in the same celebration. I'm assuming they did that because they wanted the LRs, like from the anniversary, to be like 3 years behind. So they wanted it to be, they did the 3 and the 4s at the same time on purpose, so they could then do the 5 years in the next one, then the 6 years, then the 7, and so on and so forth. This one's a fair bit louder, isn't it? They set up the format to be the anniversary LRs and worldwide celebration LRs from 3 years prior. Wait, for what? For the 10th anniversary? First year Super Easy A. Oh, well, STR Gogeta and Inch and Ember. I could definitely see them Easy A-ing for like the 10th anniversary. We still don't have an STR or Int character with a Super Easy A yet as well. If worldwide celebration is GT, then likely then. Yeah, GT, I could see GT being worldwide. That's something that we talked about a little bit. Like the Super Saiyan 3 Goku transforming into Super Saiyan 4, Super Baby transforming into Super Baby 2, Part 2 potentially being like Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and then Sin that transforms into Omega maybe. Give Vegeta like a Dokkan original full power Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta transformation. I know Prof likes that idea. Yeah, Extreme STR does not have a great selection of units currently. Well, that's the thing. We know they're not going in order of Easy A's based on the ones that we've gotten so far. It's more so based on the theme of the celebration. Oh no, STR Broly. Yeah, hopefully he gets a good Super Easy A. He definitely is a great unit. Super Saiyan 4 fusions versus Super Saiyan Blue fusions. I wish they could do that, but they can't use Super Saiyan 4 Vegito outside of Heroes, annoyingly. Yeah, doing the oldest unit that fits the celebration, basically. But yeah, what would be cool is a Goku and Vegeta that fuse into Vegito, but then you can choose whether it's like Super Saiyan Vegito or Super Saiyan Blue, and give them different builds. Different kits, obviously, and then have the other one be a Goku Vegeta that fuse into Gogeta, and it can either be Blue or Super Saiyan. What's a worse sentence? World Tournament without YouTube or Prime Battle with Farm without Auto? I mean, if you really want to split hairs, if we're talking specifics, World Tournament without YouTube, you could still watch TV, I guess. You just can't watch YouTube, right? But the Prime Battle grind, I mean, back in the day when there was no auto, whilst it was annoying, it was at least not as bad as the World Tournament, I don't think, because you don't have to really put any thought into it at all. Yeah, that would be actually crazy. Imagine if they did that as a what-if character for the 10th anniversary. Maybe they introduced what-if characters. Imagine, this is the scene, right? They've started doing what-if stuff purposely to prepare for the 10th anniversary. And yeah, one of the characters is GT, Super Saiyan 4 Goku Vegeta, and their entrance animation is the bit where Vegito says, like, let's fuse Kakarot. Except he then holds up the Potara earrings and then throws one to Goku, and then they fuse into Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, and he has Dokkan original attacks. And then the other one would have to be, I guess it could be Zamasu, because we don't have a standalone Vegito Gogeta Blue, so it could be the Zamasu versus, you know, when he transforms into Fusion Zamasu, and like Goku and Vegeta are hiding in the rubble with the Supreme Kai and Kibito. Is this Kibito or is it Elder Kai? I can't remember. And yeah, they basically say like, oh, we have to fuse, if like they fused, we have to fuse too. But then they can say something like, you know, we don't have the Potara earrings, we'll have to do the fusion dance. And then they do the fusion dance and transform into Gogeta. So the anniversary is basically like, what if Blue Gogeta versus Zamasu and Super Saiyan 4 Vegito versus Omega? That'd be awesome. I imagine some people would not like that at all, but that'd be awesome. Just making them all like crazy what if things as well. So make like one of the part 2 LRs Battle of Gods, except they do the God ritual for Vegeta instead. So it's Super Saiyan God Vegeta versus Beerus. That'd be cool. But yeah, that like the crossover, the switcheroo between like Gogeta and Vegito in the different, that'd be so good. I'd love that. Yeah, join forces Gogeta and Vegito I could see as well. Just have the two of them together on a card, even though it doesn't really make sense. But have Super Saiyan Gogeta and Super Saiyan Vegito, and then have the other one be Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta and Blue Vegito. Like, that'd be great. Picking a more specific orb path, that would definitely be nice. But yeah, since we still don't have one, like I'm thinking fusions for the 10th year anniversary, but since we still don't have one, we could finally get a standalone Blue Gogeta, but that would mean that Gogeta from the Broly movie was the anniversary LR 2 years in a row, so I don't know. Imagine they give the 3rd anniversary LR Gogeta and Vegito Super Easy Ace as well. I mean, that would be crazy, but it would be fun. Super Saiyan God Gohan. That'd be interesting. I mean, if they were going to get a Super ECA in the anniversary, they'd probably be on the anniversary banners and therefore in the coin shop, I would assume. That's probably what they would do, right? If they were going to give them Super ECAs, they'd just put them on the banners. No, I never got a Broly animation. I still don't actually know what it looks like. Maybe I should actually just look it up, because I've still never seen it. Broly. I should probably put Dokkan. Dokkan Broly summon animation. I think this is a short of it.
I definitely want to spend this early. So what happens is Broly just comes in all of a sudden and just sort of, I don't know, takes over the planet, I guess. And obviously,
can you mute this? Yeah, there we go. So you fire off the Kamehameha, then a Broly cut-in appears. Broly appears, has like a massive green energy ball around him, which is what the Kamehameha then hits into instead of like the sun. Then they fuse into Gogeta. And then the summon thing comes up. So you've already seen the Kamehameha. That's weird. I mean, it's cool, but it's odd. It's certainly not what I expected, but interesting. But yeah, I never got the Broly animation, and obviously I'm not going to summon anymore in part 1, so... I mean, I pulled 4 Brolys in total, but... Yeah, I got the Goku Black Rifts. Did I get Zeno? I can't remember. But yeah, I didn't get the Broly one. Annoyingly. Because obviously the Part 2 banners changed to the superhero animations, like the ones we got for when Gohan and Piccolo came out. 4-win streak. Hey, let's go. Keep it up. Almost missed the first one because I wasn't paying attention. Damn. Yeah, it would have been cool to see. But now I've seen it, and it is pretty cool. I would have been hyped to get that, because I pulled Broly first multi. So if it had been off of that animation as well, that would have been awesome. But either way, we got him nonetheless. 90%. He's full level 10 links. He's an absolute beast. I'm very much enjoying the Super Bosses team at the moment. Will we get the different summoning scenario? Wait, what? We did not get that with part 1 like JP did. Different summoning scenario. One of them was with tickets and I got double Gogeta. God damn. I pulled Gogeta off of the tickets. So I literally haven't done I haven't spent a single stone on Gogeta's banner. Which, you know, I would love to get a dupe for Gogeta, but obviously we need those stones for the part 2 banners now. Funnily enough, my first Whis animation was on the Beerus banner, which is quite ironic. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. RNG is all random at the end of the day. Getting Broly in 600 stones is still pretty good, though. Like, pulling an anniversary headliner in less than 1,000 stones is good. Like, when you summon, the characters all have different designs. Wait, what? JP didn't have anything like that. The characters have different designs. Alright, 12 local. Gonna take my first nap. Take care, everyone. Happy World Tournament grinding. Hey, no worries, Anto. Appreciate you. Yeah, Easy A coming out on Monday means more stones. There's also some other events on Monday too. But yeah, Anto is right. Make sure to like the stream. Not far off being at the same number of people in the stream and likes. So if you haven't liked the stream yet, do go ahead, hit that like button. In fact, we've got around about 100 people in the stream. We could get to 100 likes on the stream here. If everyone who has not liked the stream goes ahead and hits that like button, we could get up to 100. When flying in, the characters had this different animations. I don't believe so. Like, we had the thing where, like, if you get the fusion, it's Gogeta instead of Vegito. Yeah, burst mode and Petan on Monday, that's it. Because, yeah, burst mode, if you get all of those missions done, that'll be a few stones as well. But yeah, lots of content. Technically starting from yesterday. Whole bunch of new missions, Easy A's, new stages, World Tournament over the weekend, bunch of stuff coming out on Monday. Future Gohan's in the team because of something to do with like how high his HP is or something. Makes it so that you fight tougher enemy teams, which means more points. Now, we love Petan over here. Petan is what Chain Battle defenders tried to make out that Chain Battle was. Is literally you press like 3 buttons and then come back in like 2 hours and get free rewards. That's basically it. Like, what's not to... I mean, I say what's not to like. I get it if people don't like it because it's a very nothing mode. It's like press a couple of buttons. It's like looking after a Tamagotchi. You just press a couple of buttons and then you ignore it for a couple of hours. But you get free items. So... I get it if people aren't like super hyped about it, but when people say they hate it, I don't really get it. The only thing I get is annoying is the RNG of like if you don't collect the full sticker set, you don't complete the mission to get the stones. But you have to remember that as long as you play the fights regularly, I don't think I've ever seen anyone say they couldn't get half the stickers. And half the stickers still gets you like 5 stones, which don't get me wrong, it's not a lot. But it's also better than 0 stones. And then, of course, when you do get that final one, that's an extra 5 stones as well. So, and that's the thing. Like, it's not like a whale mode or anything. Like, people aren't better at Petan Battle than other people, even though the RNG is just luck-based. But, like, I finished every single set, and that's because I actually play it. Like, I set up my fights... And then when my fights finish, I immediately set up more fights. And I finished every single set of stickers. Now, obviously, again, like, you could just get really bad luck and just get really bad RNG. And no matter how much you set up the fights, you never get them. And don't get me wrong, I don't think I finished many of the sets, if any, the first time it was available. But usually it's the second time. Like this one that starts on Monday is going to be a new set of stickers, but also set 16 for the 3rd time. So, hopefully, if you haven't finished set 16, by the time this one ends, like I said, will have been those ones will have been available for the 3rd time. So ideally, you would get them all, but obviously it just depends. And like I said, it's just like summoning, like. Just like you can go, you know, 4,000 stones on a banner and not pull the unit, you could set up the perfect Petan battles so that they're all as short as possible, immediately set up a new one as soon as they finish, and like still not get all the stickers. But I have often found in the past when people have complained about, like, I don't like it because I never get all the stickers, and then you kind of dig into like, well, how much do you actually play it? And then they're like, well, I barely play it. And it's like, well, that's why you don't get all the stickers. Like, but yeah, I mean, the fact that it has a mission that gives you the summon currency, I can see why that's annoying. But obviously, the main reward from it is like the orbs and stuff. Which, I mean, like, for me, I don't really need orbs anymore. It's just kind of... But yeah, they're compared because they're AFK modes. It's like the patrols in Grand Cross and stuff. The reason they compare them is not because of the rewards, but because it's a game mode that you can set up and then actually quit out of the app completely, like turn the game off, and it still does the thing for you. So, because that's the thing, nothing else in Dokkan, you can't like jump into an event, put it on auto, and then quit the app, and then when you load it back up, it's completed the event for you. So Petan is the only thing like that in the game, which is why it gets compared to modes like that in other games. Well, the thing I've always found funny is the fact that it notes how long. So like if you quit out in the middle of the event, go to bed, then like wake up the next day, continue the event, and then complete it, it tells you like in your actual time in the stage was still probably about 20 minutes. But then obviously it tells you at the end that your total game time, it'll be like 8 hours or something. Because it still counts all the time that you had the game like closed, which is funny. Let's be real here, the only right way is bringing Chain Battle back and deleting World Tournament. No. No. We don't need Chain Battle. Yeah, that's the thing that would make it a lot better. If you could go back to pick any set to get your cards from. Because it's like old units and stuff, right? Where it's like if the set's not available, like you just can't get them. So, yeah, I think that would be a much better idea. If like, rather than just picking between, like this time it'll be 16 and 17. The sets. Like, it'd be good if you could just pick any one you want. But yeah, World Tournament won't be going anywhere because for whatever reason the JP player base apparently likes it. So, whereas the JP player base hated Chain Battle, which is one of the reasons why they got rid of it, supposedly. I mean, yeah, they should bring in a new mode, like something that's a bit more interesting. I don't know what though, that's the problem. I still think the original Battlefield, like Battlefield 1.0, I think was a really interesting idea. If it was fleshed out and like made a little bit better, I think it could be quite interesting. Yeah, World Tournament rewards are pretty good, even if you're only finishing in the top like 100,000 or something. You still get a decent like little bit of stuff. I just think they could revamp the World Tournament. Man. First of all, get rid of the map. Just make it like Easy A's, where you press the button and you just go straight into the fight. Which also means make the preliminary only one fight as well. Not really sure. Not really sure what they can do about the actual game mode itself. Because unfortunately, the way it is always going to work is if like... If you make something like this where there's a leaderboard, even if you don't get insane rewards, but you are competing against other people, there will always be people in those situations that will go crazy. So like even if they make it so the World Tournament is easier to grind, people will still grind it all weekend just to get into like the top like rankings. Like making it easier for the average people would be good though. Like beating all the missions, you only have to get a certain number of like less wins than you do now, but for the same rewards. Because that's the only thing, the rewards are good, you just have to do all of the missions and stuff. But yeah, I would say get rid of the map screen, make the prelim only one fight, so it's basically just like an Easy A. You just press the button to go into the stage and you're already straight into the fight. Because that's the thing, Easy A's work like that already, so it's not like they can't do that. Think how crazy that would be though for the people that do grind like crazy, how many wins you'd actually be able to get in the weekend with how much time that would cut down on like each one. And that would be crazy. Yeah, well, skipping worldwide celebration for anniversary is probably a good move for a lot of the global player base. Because remember, we're going to have the worldwide celebration pretty much just a month after the anniversary ends. So a lot of people are not going to have a lot of stones anyway. And then once the worldwide celebration ends, basically at like the end of September, we've got what, 4 months, and then it's the anniversary again. So but yeah, that would be great, because if they did revamp it like that, it would be much easier to use the auto clicker. So you don't have to worry about the map screen at all. It'd be great. And this worldwide download celebration units have a trend of being aging terribly. I mean, Future Gohan and Fusion Zamasu are still really good. But yes, it is a crazy time to be a global player. The schedule is all squeezed up to make sure to like facilitate the sync and everything. So it is all popping off. Yeah, the World Tournament friend LR thing is like, or local LR. The fact that you have to be #1 to get 2 copies is really annoying. That's like the only way. Because yeah, if you do end up in the local with one of the crazy like weekend grinders, then you just can't ever get it. Which sucks, but yeah, they somehow need to squeeze in Cell Max, UI, Topo. Yep. No, we were talking about that earlier. I haven't watched it yet. I do need to. Yeah, a lot of people were saying they'd be down for the baby, like GT worldwide thing. That'd be cool. Topo has the best intro OST, yeah, the funky jazz OST. Yeah, people that were talking about it earlier were saying it was great. I do want to watch it. I'll have to get around to it at some point. Lord Slug. I mean, I could see Lord Slug getting a new character at some point. I mean, he's a Saiyan, but we got a new Turles like last year around this kind of time slot. Although that was because it was already out in JP earlier on. But Joined Forces Super Saiyan 3 Raditz and Super Saiyan 3 Cumber. I mean, we're definitely not going to see that, but yeah, like the raid type thing. That would be cool. One big ass boss, 1 trillion HP. Each player has 3 attempts to do as much damage. Then we get rewards solo and as a collective. Is the World Tournament in Gohan any good? Well, the one that just got his Easy A? It's okay. Yeah, Ginyu has 3 LRs, we still don't have Kid Buu. Crazy. Legends fans, eh? JP fans don't care about Kid Buu as much as global fans do. That's crazy though. I mean, Kid Buu is like, I don't know, as I said before on like when we were talking about on the podcast and stuff, it's like Kid Buu is the final boss of Dragon Ball Z. Like, how could people not want an LR Kid Buu? Oh yeah, they'll definitely make Diamond units, 100%. Because isn't it coming out after the games have synced? So that's the other thing as well. They'll come out on both versions of the game at the same time, which is exciting. Engage in battle. Oh, the 23 orb turn for Piccolo, eh? Well, when they were asked about it, they said they plan to continue the game long past the 10th anniversary, so who knows? There you go. Piccolo doing a good 11 to 13 mil guaranteed crits across the board. Yeah, SCR Piccolo, very good for the World Tournament still. Guaranteed crits means he does a lot of damage, which means you get a lot of points. His animation is really fast, so you kill all the enemies really quickly. I mean, who knows, right? Maybe he could be part of the 10th anniversary if we're getting, like... I mean, I know they don't fight each other specifically, but if we are getting Vegito... Could you imagine? Although, what categories would they even be on? But, like, imagine if we did get Vegito and Gogeta as a Joint Forces card. And so then the Extreme unit was, like, Kid Buu and Janemba. I guess technically it would make more sense for it to be Buuhan and Janemba, but that would be awesome. Super Saiyan Gogeta and Super Saiyan Vegito, and then the Extreme unit being Buuhan and Janemba. Because they are on a couple of the same teams, and they both have big bad bosses. They're both on Transformation Boost, at least. So that could be their leader skill, I guess. In fact, let me have a look. What categories are... Let's do some investigating. Let's find Buuhan and then see what categories we should... Well, actually, no, it's easier to find Janemba. Because we can just type in Janemba. So let's bring up... We'll bring up LR Janemba. So, LR Janemba. And then Buuhan. Yeah, he's literally just Transformation Boost. So I guess that would have to be their leader skill. They could be the Carnival LR and just be 200% Transformation Boost. And then they have big bad bosses, so the card would have big bad bosses. But then the blue Goku... Could you imagine then the blue Gogeta and blue Vegito counterpart card would then have to be Broly and Zamasu. Now, they're not on a lot of teams together, unfortunately. But they are on Super... Well, they'd have to be a Super Bosses leader, I guess. 200% for Super Bosses. And just give them big bad bosses because of Zamasu. Otherwise... Uh-oh. Because, yeah, they share links together, they just don't share categories, right? Because, like, Buuhan and Janemba share Metamorphosis, Shocking Speed, Big Bad Bosses, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. So those would be 5 of their links. And then they would just have to give them 2 other links that kind of make sense. Like, they could just give them, like, Fear and Faith, and then, like, Brutal Beatdown or something. Which are just 2 links that Janemba has, to be fair. Because they're not going to have Margin. But... I think that would be a crazy anniversary, like double headliner. Like Super Saiyan Vegito and Super Saiyan Gogeta, and then Janemba and Buhan. That'd be awesome. Potentially. Right, we are 9 likes away from 100 likes on the stream. Who's going to be like number 100? Make sure you hit that button if you have not already. We're going to be going for a little bit longer here. And then I'll be going offline to have some dinner, get everything set up, ready for the podcast. We've got Vilify on as a special guest tonight. We're talking about all the stuff going on in the anniversary, talking a little bit about part 2, because by the time the next week's episode is out, the part 2 banners will be out in the game. And of course, we'll be talking about Jiren, who's just come out on JP. So that is all on the Slot 1 Super Podcast tonight, just under 3 hours time, back here on this channel. Make sure to keep an eye out for it. Minato's away this week. He's at Evo to play some Sparking Zero. But yeah, should be a good episode. Very interested to hear the JP guys talk about Jiren, because I've seen some crazy screenshots of him already, but obviously being a global player, I don't have him to use myself, so... But that's the thing, we still don't have a standalone Blue Gogeta. We've got a standalone Vegito Blue, but we've never had a standalone Blue Gogeta or Full Power Broly, so we do still need to get them, really. I'll talk about manga-only characters. I think we have mentioned them in the past. Just don't go into massive spoilers about the manga. You can mention characters at least, and then if people haven't read the manga and don't know who those characters are, then it's kind of up to them whether they want to actually ask questions or not. But just don't go into like massive story, like plot points and stuff like that. But yeah, we've talked about manga-only characters on streams before, so... Well, the best World Tournament units in the game right now. Piccolo Jr., STR Piccolo, Vegeta and Nappa. Well, there's quite a few that are good, but... Goku ate spaghetti. I mean, Goku eats lots of things. That could actually have been a thing, but I don't remember. Right, what are we up to now? 15 wins, okay. Local ranking 9. It's not terrible. Got our 15 wins in a row. Not bad, not bad. We're only 1 like away from 100. Who's it going to be? We're at 99 likes. Whoever clicks that like button next is going to be like number 100 on the stream. Done with Prime Battle Lars. I mean, yeah, who knows? Wait, do we have a Super and Extreme of both, of all 5 types? Is that really it? Do we have 10 Prime Battle LRs and they're only 1 of each, like Super and Extreme? I want them to be done with Prime Battle LRs. I mean, that's fair. At least the auto makes the grind a bit easier, and like the power level boost so you can get the extra drops and stuff. It's not actually as bad. I think I did a full 777 medals grind in like an hour before now with the updates. And when I say I grinded it and it took an hour, I meant I did it on auto with the auto clicker. Depends on power level RNG. Yeah, that's true. Because remember, if you get the 20 medal drop and then you get the power level bonus that gives you the 20 medal drop again, that's obviously going to be pretty good. STR Kidhan, Frieza, AGL, Wheelo, Future Trunks, Tech Cell, and Goku, Physical Boo, and Krillin, and then Vegeta and Tien. Yeah, and are they the only ones? So yeah, there's just one of each typing. And yeah, maybe they won't do any more then. I don't have a single point battle LR awakened. Fair enough. I mean, that's the thing. The grind, especially if you're a lower rank, because it costs so much stamina, like, it would take ages to do. I get to complete Wheelo and Tien. I mean, that's the thing, because I obviously make content, so for me, I get the copy of them farmed up straight away, get the 777 medals, and then use 10 Kais to get them to SA20, so I can do the showcase, like, straight away. Which is not what I would recommend most people to do. Yeah, when Prime Battles cost 50 stamina, man, the OG Goku event, where you could only use the Super Strike characters, not all free-to-play farmable characters, which makes it so much easier. Need to finish Tien and have his SA10 done but unawakened. Yeah, the OG Prime Battle Goku thing took so long. It was like 50 stamina per try. You could only use the Super Strike characters, so you might die. You weren't guaranteed to win the stage because it was actually hard, and it cost 50 stamina. So like when I was first playing the game, I could have like one attempt at it, and then I'd have to wait because I think I only had like 70 stamina or something. So I'd have like one attempt, and then I'd have to wait for like 2 hours or so until I could try it again. And then after that, I'd have to wait even longer because I'd be down to like 0 stamina. It was crazy. Yeah, no continues, even if you did want to. Because you shouldn't ever use a stone to continue an event. There's one of the things I always try and say to new players is remember, a stone can be used to refill your entire stamina. So rather than continuing a Dokkan event, for example, like especially if you're early on and you're trying to awaken your characters, instead of continuing a Dokkan event, which costs you a stone, and you get to beat the event once, that one stone can refill your entire stamina bar so that you can then play that event multiple times. So yeah, never use stones to continue stages. I did it in the early days because I didn't know better, because, you know, I first started playing the game like 8 years ago or something, or more. Well, less, because I wasn't playing when the first anniversary happened, so... But yeah, like 7 years plus ago. I think I was looking at my login days the other day, and I'm not super far off. Like, I'll be 100 away from 3,000, so I'll be at 2,900 in like 2 or 3 days or something. Which is what? That's cumulative, obviously, not consecutive, but 2,900 days divided by 365 is the average. So yeah, 7.9 years. And yeah, so back in the day, all sorts of mistakes. Never having any Kais, never having any Elder Kai medals, so you could like not even awaken URs half the time. Dokkan events were actually hard. Even with a decent team with a good friend leader, whereas now, like, you can bring... Sometimes the friend leaders are so powerful, they just carry the entire event for you. Plus now, when you start a new game, you have all the panel missions and stuff, so you can get the free-to-play LR Goku, who for a new player is still pretty good. especially when it comes to beating early events and stuff. Need to revamp friend point system and summons. Yeah, the friend summon is basically pointless now. It used to be for summoning fodder, or training fodder, basically. But we're still waiting on the getting the anniversary special friend banner that Global gets. Yeah, leader skills giving key was rare as well. Like, I remember telling the story before about how one of my first SSR, like TURs, that I had as a leader, or SSR, because he didn't even have an awakening then, physical Super Saiyan Bardock, and his leader skill, he was one of my best leaders before I started getting some of the Dokkan Fest exclusives. He was my best leader, and his leader skill was all types key +2. So, we have millions of friend points just chilling. I used a lot of mine in the last anniversary to summon on that banner and get all the extra Kais and stuff like that, so... Remember also, well, remember how crazy when Gogeta came out, all types 3 key and like attack and defense 3000 or whatever it was. Or was it just attack? I actually can't even remember now. Da, 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 da. Yeah, R Oceana Shenron because you could seal. Yeah, fortunately for me, like I said, I started after the first anniversary, so I didn't have Gogeta, but I think I got him on like the next banner he came back on, so... Which I think was at Christmas. Didn't they have a banner that was like... It was like AGL Super Vegito, Tech Gotenks, and STR Gogeta. Every letter in the name Shenron represents a Shadow Dragon. I never noticed that. Yeah, back when Super Vegito was an absolute beast. I pulled him on his debut banner and Broly because they came out on the same banner. And couldn't awaken Vegito because his Dokkan event was too hard. I had to wait until like a month or so later when Tech Gotenks came out. And then I used a Super Tech team to beat Vegito. It's pretty funny. Well, just a Tech team. It didn't have to be Super Tech, but... It probably was mostly Super Tech, but... We never made a good counter unit. Tech UI Goku says hello. But yeah, counters were just so much fun, especially when Super Vegito first came out, and he was like the only character that you had that did that. And just the fact that you could like put him in slot 1, where the enemy was already attacking like 3 times, and the enemy would just kill themselves because they would die to the counters. It was great. Honestly, STR Vegito, when he first came out, they kind of fumbled him a little bit because he didn't have any damage reduction. So he countered normals, but he didn't have any damage reduction. So he could still take like a decent amount of damage, which is annoying. And yeah, physical Blue Vegito was actually really good on release as well, to be fair. Like, he didn't have as much damage reduction, so there were situations where he could take a little bit of damage, but with the multiple additionals and then the counters, he was very good. Rosé was better. I mean, Rosé was just fun because it was hard to run extreme teams back then. And the Rosé team was super fun because you had like Inch and Ember on there. I'm trying to think what that team even was back then. Was Physical Goku Black out before AGL Rosé? I feel like he was, but... Yeah, Physical Blue Vegeta with a Super Easy A will be absolutely nuts. Him and AGL Rosé, like if they get Super Easy A's anytime in the next like year, those guys will be crazy good. AGL Rosé will probably end up being like a must-run support on like all extreme teams, basically. I don't think there are any extreme characters that have counters, is there? They're all super class, which is wild. I need to make a Dokkan original what if Baby Vegeta and Goku Black fusing into Baby Vegito. And then give him counters. Yeah, the second anniversary Super Saiyan 4s, their Super Easy A, with them getting one would be really good. I remember when they got their surprise like first Easy A as part of Golden Week, and at first everyone on Global was complaining because it was in the news for JP but not for Global, even though Golden Week, that was the first time Golden Week was a shared celebration, and they were in the news for JP but not Global, and then they appeared in the news for Global like 2 days later, because they weren't in the news straight away at the same time. People were complaining. Global shaft. Infusion Zamasu has a... Well, he has like a super attack counter, but we're talking about like units like Vegito that just counter all normals. There is no extreme character that does that, unfortunately. STR Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Damn. Still don't have... Wow, that's a long time. Yeah, those guys getting Easy A's, the Physical Goku and the Int Vegeta, their Easy A's should be so good. Because they just need to do what they did with the 6-year anniversary LRs and make it so that they like massively raise attack and guaranteed crit or something on their active skill. Because unfortunately they kind of fumbled their design a little bit with the active skill. Because those guys only get... Like, they get all their power from picking up orbs. So when you use their active skill at the start of the turn, they haven't picked up any orbs. So their active skill hits like a feather, which is really disappointing. But they just have to give them, like, guaranteed crit, massively raise attack, something like that. And then at least it'll be better than nothing. Maybe put them, like, maybe have them, like, greatly lower attack as well, because that's a thing that is useful in some events now. Because then even if the active skill is not doing a lot of damage, if it's doing something like greatly lowering the enemy's attack, then it's still really useful. Where's the time now? 5:30. Be going for another half an hour here and then I'll be off. We've got quite a few wins under our belt in this stream, but how many rainbow tickets are we supposed to have at the moment? I've not actually looked. I could go check mine in a minute. Yeah, we need JP to announce a Super Easy A so we can pick a unit with the red stone. That's a good idea. Yeah, 400% attacking their passive, but only for the active skill. Yeah, it's either 37 or 38 or 36. It's something like that. I'll have a look at mine here in a sec. Yeah, STR, give Super Saiyan 3 STR Vegeta a Super Easy 8. That'd be great. I'd love that. He becomes like straight up one of the best tanks in the game and just make him like stack attack when he gets hit or something. Right, let's see. Is it in treasure or are they in other? No, they're in other, aren't they? Yeah, so I've got 37, and I think I have all of the ones that are available currently. In fact, if we go check my missions... Yeah, podcast is today. Podcast is in 2.5 hours from now. It'll be me, Dokkan Assets, and our special guest Vilify, because Minato won't be there. Right, so we've done that. Yeah, so there's no rainbow tickets here. Or here. Or here. So... Oh yeah, I still need to do that ESPR stage. But yeah, so I guess that's it. So yeah, it should just be 37 tickets, because I've got 37 tickets. Minato is now a Sparking Zero YouTuber. I mean, fair play. Like, he's had a couple of banger views, like Sparking Zero videos. And it's one of those things, it's good to get in on the ground floor early. Like, if you're going to make Sparking Zero content when the game comes out, it's a good idea to start making it now. Has he changed his channel name? I just tried putting it in my thing and it said the channel is not available. Oh, maybe the @'s changed and now it's an underscore. Was it not that before? But yeah, it's a good idea if you're going to be making a lot of Sparking Zero content when it comes out. It's a good idea to start doing it now, because then people will find your channel now and then they'll know, like, when the game comes out, they like already know who to go to. Because that's the thing, once the game comes out, like even on the day Sparking Zero comes out, a lot of people will already know who the people are going to be that they want to go watch like videos for and stuff. But that's the thing, it's just something that whilst I'm interested in playing the game, it's not something I've like followed really at all. Like, I've not really watched a lot of the launch trailers and stuff like that. So like, I am interested in playing it, and I might play it on the channel and maybe make some videos here and there. But I'm definitely not going to become like, you know, I am a Sparking Zero YouTuber now. Like, because especially with the sync, like Dokkan should be popping off from the end of this year going forwards. Like, same time stuff is always the most popular when it comes to views and things like that. So no longer will I have to, you know, wait for the units to come out on global, and the hype is already gone because they came out on global 3 months, JP 3 months ago. Everything will be coming out at the same time on both versions. It'll be like the old, like anytime something comes out at the same time, that race to like do your summons, get the unit awakened and get the 55% showcase up straight away before anybody else, like all that stuff. It'll be great. My biggest hope is that they are going to change the times of the events and just make them the same times as JP. Because man, that would be so good for me. Because my stream's in the mornings now. Content comes out at 7:30 AM, which means I have to get up at like 6:30 to stream. Whereas the JP content comes out at 9 AM, which means I would start my stream at 8:30. It means I could get up a whole hour later, which would be, doesn't sound like a lot, but when my alarm goes off at 6:30, if there was a part of me that knew, was like, actually, I don't have to get up for another hour, that'd be great. Because that's the thing, if stuff's coming out on the same day, it has to come out at the same time, otherwise, going by the normal times we have now, Global would be getting the content an hour and a half before JP. So, I don't see that happening. But obviously the other option, unfortunately, is that they could just make the JP stuff come out earlier so that it all comes out at the global time. We'll see. Alright, 7,600 overall. I mean, you can see the number has slowly but surely been gradually decreasing. 9th in the local overall. I mean, that's the thing. I know not everybody is going to be interested in Sparking Zero, but that's the thing. It's just like, it's the new big Dragon Ball game. Like, everyone was hyped for Fighters when it first came out. No, 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 no. Make global content later. I want to sleep more. Don't make JP content earlier. I know that's better for like some of the US people, because 9 AM is, for me, is like 1 AM, or even if you're in the eastern side, it's like 4 AM. But this is one of those situations where I have to be selfish and hope for the outcome that's best for me, because I don't want to be getting up super early in the morning all the time. Yeah, that is true. It's more so any sort of Dragon Ball content, because they're just not making anything at the moment. There's no series currently ongoing. The last movie was... How long ago? When did Superhero come out? It's like over... It is over a year ago. When was Superhero? Yeah, 2022. So, like, there's no ongoing series. The last movie was 2 years ago. The latest game that came out, I guess technically, was Kakarot. And even though it has been getting DLC, that game is a couple of years old now as well. It's like Dokkan and Legends, basically like the mobile games are the only ongoing games that currently have like updated content. Like, but yeah, that's my thoughts, right? JP is often considered like the main one, right? The favourite one. So hopefully everything just follows along the JP stuff, which would be great for me. But Kakarot's over 4 years old, yeah, so there you go. That was the latest like big console game for Dragon Ball. And it's that old. You know, Unyielding Rage, how's it going? I like traditional fighters, not arena fighters. That's the thing, I don't like traditional fighters. Like, I wanted to be hyped for fighters, but I just was not good at it at all. I hate fighting games where it's like, you press one wrong button and then you just get pinned in the corner and infinite combo to death. Like, that kind of game isn't fun for me. So... Beast next Friday. I think it should be Thursday morning. The 25th. Because that's when the sales end. The current sales. Yeah, Xenoverse is like super old now and still getting DLC. Because that game will like never die. But yeah, they don't usually like to have there be too bit longer period with no sales. So the sales end at 6 AM, well, 7 AM basically on the morning of the 25th for me. So then the banner should come out like half an hour after that, in theory. So they normally do it. Need Beast to come ASAP. Got both Broly and Gogeta in their respective second summons, so I still have the summon itch. Yeah, that's fair. If you get lucky early on and you just pull both the new units straight away, then it is kind of like, oh, I didn't really get to do many summons. But that is still super lucky, so... It also makes sense to be the 25th because the banners came out on the 9th. And last year, for the anniversary on Global, the Part 2 banners came out 18 days after the Part 1 banners. So... Or is it... No, was it 18? I can't remember. Either way, it's going to be end of next week. I've seen a lot of people saying, like... People even saying, like, the 22nd or the 23rd, but I think that's way too early. Unfortunately, we won't know for sure until we get another, like, data download, but... Yeah, they did say they're going to talk more about the sync later in the anniversary as well, so... But yeah, I would go by when the sales are ending, because that's normally how that works. Basically, every normal celebration where the banner comes out at 7:30 AM UK time, the sales always end half an hour before those new banners come out, because new sales come out as well. And the sales end on the morning of the 25th. Part 2 last year was on the 17th, and the banners dropped on the 25th. So yeah, Part 2 technically this year started on the 18th. So... Does that mean it's going to be the 25th or the 26th? It's potentially one or the other, but I think 25th seems the most likely because of the sales. That is also talking in UK time, because the time that the banner would drop, if it was on the 25th, would technically be super late in the evening on the 24th in some places in the US. I need stones, not sure if I want to buy what's left on this sale or wait for the new banners. Well, just remember the sales should be basically the same. So if you don't care which packs you want to get, then obviously you could get some now. But if you're somebody who you only like to buy the cheaper packs, I would say buy the cheap ones that are still there now, because then when they reset, there'll be more of the cheap ones. But obviously it just depends, like, how much you want to spend or whatever. But that's the thing, you've got to get them before they reset, otherwise they're gone. Like, that's the thing, if you've got like 5 of the, well, they like $8 packs, if you don't buy any of them, when the new sales reset, there'll be 5 packs in there again. Whereas if you bought all 5, then when the sale, or even like 2, then when the sales reset, there'll be 5 available again. So it just depends what you want to do. But anything less than 10 mil, you get fusions of Marsud. Yep. The Goku Freezer takes 0 damage unless you do 10 million damage, which is crazy. True thinks the banners drop on the 25th or the 29th, but I don't think he realises the 29th is when Part 3 starts. Yeah, 29th is way too far away. It's definitely not going to be the 29th. Because isn't that like... Also, that's a Monday, which is random. I mean, not that it's impossible. But the Part 1 banners dropped on Tuesday, so, yeah, I don't know. I saved the 10 packs of 93 stones for the Part 2 banners. Yeah, I think I have all of the 93 packs as well. And I get paid on the 23rd. And as I was saying, there's those play points. If you weren't here when we were talking about it earlier, if you're on Android and you can make use of those Google Play points things, there's a boost that you can activate that gives you 3 times points for a couple of days. So you don't have to activate it until the 24th. So that should be around the time that the Part 2 banners are going to come out. So extra play points for if you are picking up any stone packs or ticket packs or anything. So yeah, the 20 plus 12 one is decent. I think I've still got like 4 of them left or something. But yeah, I'm going to wait until we get the actual thing reset. So we've done all the missions now. That's 722. Did I get any more? We've got some more tickets. We've got 3. I might save these now, because now that I know that Khalifa's rainbowed, I need to farm Kale's super attack, but I don't think I need extra copies of any of the other ones. Yeah, no, I don't need extra copies of any of them, so... Yeah, 20 days between part 1 and part 2 seems a bit long. But yeah, 24th, late 24th, early 25th for me is what I think it will be. I'm out. Just wanted to thank all of you whales for giving Zamasu money and keeping the game alive. Okay, Matsu money. Hey, peace out, dude. The only thing that's annoying about this banner is there's no guaranteed SSR. Well, there you go. I was going to say, so a lot of the time you do a multi and you don't even get an SSR. But then when you do, you get Jackie Chun, who is already rainbowed for me, and Easy Aid last World Tournament, so I don't need any copies of him. Alright, well anyway, we could probably get one more run in here, potentially. We're on the quarterfinals, so we could finish this run at least. Oh wait, yeah, that was the one thing I wanted to show, is the news thing. Yeah, so I showed this in the video that I made the other day. Wait, no, that's for the banner. Where's the celebration one? Oh, it's there. No. Yeah, the part 1 stuff will be further down, won't it? Yeah, the part 1 stuff is still here. So yeah, the sales end on the morning of the 25th. So what happens is the new sales will start 31 minutes after this, because that's when the new banners come out. So at least according to that, signs point to the morning of the 25th, at least for me. I got a gift animation on the DB Saga a few World Tournaments ago. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I've had, like, the World Tournament, the DB Saga banner, there's very few SSRs in there anyway. So it's very difficult to get good units off of that banner. And then a lot of them aren't that good anyway. So also on track, because on JP, the Blue Boys Easy Air was on the 11th, and the banners came out on the 15th. For us, the Blue Boys is on the 22nd, so the 26th seems right. Well, that's the thing. There's been a weird difference between the gaps for some of the other things, though, hasn't there? Between, like, the banners and the Part 1 Easy A's and stuff. And God animation, yeah, so triple SSR pool. That's really good for the DB Saga banner. That's the thing. It's not like any of those characters are really that runnable at the moment, which is a shame. DB Saga as a team, like, has obviously just become outdated now. Hasn't really had any major buffs in a while. Still waiting on that, like, Kid Goku versus Demon King Piccolo dual Dokkan Fest. Make them like Dokkan Fest LRs. Or even have Kid Goku be the Carnival LR and just have Dragon Ball Saga 200%. Either way, that would work. The new World Tournament Easy A's, the Gohan is good, but like only really for like an Android/Cell Saga team. So if that's not a team that you're really running, he's not really much of a priority. The AGL Vegito, I put the video up for him earlier. He's actually pretty good. The only problem is, which we talk about in that video, is when it comes to like the Boo Saga team, there's just so many better options now because of the Golden Week celebration. So I don't know if, like, if you were making the optimal Boo Saga team, he probably wouldn't be on it because there's so many other units that are better than him. But he is good. And the actual, his super attack effect of giving the 30% attack, like, he double supered a couple of times in that video. And it makes the units that attack after him hit so hard, which is good. Why can't we get actual PvP? Because PvP in gacha games is terrible. And encourages, like, horrible power creep and, like, overspending and such, because the new unit comes out that dominates the PvP meta, and if you don't pull that unit, then you just can't play PvP anymore, because otherwise you just lose repeatedly. So yeah, PvP in gacha games sucks. I would like some sort of co-op. It's like the kind of stuff we've talked about before. Like if you teamed up with another person to fight a boss, or something like that, right? Like those kind of things would be kind of cool. But yeah, not actual like versus other players, because then it just becomes whoever spends the most money wins. And yeah, true, Legends is a PvP Dragon Ball game, so if you want a Dragon Ball PvP phone game, that's what Legends is for. But yeah, co-op modes would be cool, depending on how well they're designed. I think it'd be fun. So that was 19 wins in a row. If I can speed through this last one and get to 20 wins, that would put us in a really good spot here for the end. How fair is the new Blue Zone events? I mean, they're pretty fair. Trunks is annoying because he has rotation locking, which is the worst mechanic in the game, in my opinion. I say worst, you know, like most annoying boss mechanic. But other than that, like SSBE, Vegeta, and UI Goku, I just beat like first try. So I wouldn't say they were particularly difficult. But yeah, something co-op would be cool. Like an event, that Grand Cross had something like this before, where it's like an event where you're both fighting the same boss. So to us, like on your game screen, it would still look the same as normal. But the boss would have like a ridiculous amount of HP. Like, you know, you'd have your rotation go off and you wouldn't even take down like 1 bar of health. But then you would also then see, like, as it then loads up your next turn, like an extra chunk of the boss's HP would just disappear because the other person is fighting them as well. And they could put in a feature where you can see the other player, but obviously I don't think they would make it a thing where it was like full on, like you watch your 3 characters super attacks, like both of you, and then you have to watch the other characters all 3, so like super attacks. I don't think they would do it like that, although they could. But they could never really do a thing where it's co-op, but you both have units on the same rotation, because then if you're trying to move yours into slot 2 and they're trying to move theirs into slot 2, then obviously that doesn't work. So they'd have to be careful how they implement it, but some sort of co-op thing would be cool. But yeah, obviously once we know for sure when it's been officially announced, I will let you guys know the date for the Part 2 banners. But the sales end on the morning of the 25th, so to me that points towards the 25th. Dokkan doesn't like to have too long of a period in the game with no sales available. So imagine having physical Goku Black locked in slot 1 against STR Trunks 4 out of your 6 attempts. Oof. Well, this is the thing, that's why he brings Senzu Beans into that event. It's like someone commented on that video of me doing the Trunks event, and it was they said something like both you and Toon used items, like RIP global YouTubers or something. But like, bruh, I'm not just dying because I'm not using an item. Like, why would I do that? If Trunks locks my physical unit in slot 1, I die. So I use an item so that it gets rid of the rotation locking. Right. I'm not sure about I don't know how like 100% certain we are about the Kai banner being the relevant one, because I'm sure there's been times in the game where units have come out and there hasn't been a Kai banner available. Whereas it's not sales are normally the thing that they don't like to not be active. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out at some point next week, of course. But yeah, rotation locking is just awful. I hate it. 150 win streak, damn. So you've got 30 more wins than at some point earlier in the stream. And I don't even have 30 wins yet. Crazy. Yeah, we're going to be able to get to our 20th win here just in time for the end of the stream. So that's going to work out well. Yeah, how dare you use the game mechanics, exactly. Yeah, you can fight bonus enemies, which give you extra points. They're just like RNG, whether you actually get them or not. Just hit 30 wins. Nice, nice. What was the first event to introduce rotation locking? It was before the red zone. Was it the Omega Shenron Dokkan event? I can't remember. I'd have to think back. It's a good Dokkan trivia question. What's the first event that had rotation locking? Yeah, I genuinely don't remember. I think the Omega Dokkan event did it. I'm not sure. But yeah, it was definitely before the red zone. STR Omega event, yeah. God, that was a long time ago, eh? Back in the 70% leads meta. Good lord. Hate working my new hours, and again I can barely watch you on the weekdays. That's a shame. Well, at least, you know, the VODs are there, the videos are there. You know, obviously, if you can, when you can make it out to streams, do pop in and say hi. But yeah, that is a shame. Alright, so there you go. That was win 20. What are the other ones we still have to do? Yeah, we still have to get to 30 million points to get some of those other bits. But in terms of like wins and wins in a row, that's all we need. Now we just got to get the 30 million points, which we're already at 20. Because you basically get 1 million points per run. So we've got 20 wins, and we're almost at 21 million points. So, I mean, I'll probably be doing some more runs here anyway. Slowly throughout the course of the evening. And I'll probably be doing runs during the podcast, because I'm not hosting it tonight. So, we shall be World Tournamenting during the podcast. Alright, let me get this up here. Right, so I am going to be wrapping things up here. This is going to be the end of the stream for me over here. Do go say hi to our boy. I know Raudo is going to start streaming. I think he changed the time of his stream. He's going to start streaming some World Tournament now too. So do go check out. Everyone go over to Raudo's stream. Say hi. We'll go over there. Put Ningen. Everyone put Ningen raid in Raudo's chat. Everyone go over to check out our boy Raudo and his World Tournament grind while I go off and have some dinner. So yeah, if you need somewhere else to hang out while you're grinding the World Tournament stream, go check out Raudo's stream. But that's going to be it from me. I will see you guys at the podcast in 2 hours. So yeah, have fun grinding, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.